Alright. Hey everyone. I want to talk about Kenosha. I want to talk about it real bad. I actually did a good couple hours worth of research into this. For those that don't know what I'm talking about in Kenosha, there was a protest in Wisconsin about the police killing an unarmed black man again. But that's not what I want to talk about. During this protest, a 17-year-old by the name of Kyle Hubbard shot and killed two and wounded a third protester. There is so much to unpack here. First, we'll start out with Kyle. Kyle is 17. He is from Illinois, so he had to drive from Illinois to Wisconsin to join this protest, and he did it with a rifle. That tells me he was looking for a fight, one of those bitch I wish you would type things, a little Captain Saberho going on. He was removing graffiti from one building earlier in the day. There's a video of it, and there's an interview of him talking about how he wanted to protect people and property and all this other stuff from violent looters. The kid's 17. He's not legally allowed in Illinois to own a firearm. There's a little gray area. At 17, he's not allowed, period. At 18, he could get his parents' permission to buy and own. Illinois' got a whole bunch of really strict-ass gun laws. I'm not getting into all that outside of the fact that he was 17. He's not allowed to possess a gun unless his parents or guardians are supervising him, period. So there's that. Crossing state lines with a firearm, most states you actually can do that, so that wasn't illegal. In Wisconsin, you have to at least be 18 to possess a long gun. Rifles, AR style rifle falls in that category, unless you are hunting with a certain little qualification, or you have to be under the supervision of your parents or guardians. I've seen no reports where his parents or guardians were anywhere near this protest. So, he was illegally carrying a rifle. Wisconsin is an open carry state, so if he were of age, he could carry it, but that's not the case. He was illegally carrying it. Now, in the videos, what you do see, there's multiple angles, multiple videos. You do see him retreating, walking backwards for the most part, from the protesters. So he was retreating. Then he gets attacked by one guy, gets knocked down to the ground. While he's on the ground, he lets off a burst of like 3 or 4 shots. Then some other people join in attacking him. He fires off some more rounds. He got one headshot, killed a second guy, wounded the other guy by hitting him in the arm. This is a travesty, plain and simple. But there's another side of this coin. The 3 individuals that have been allegedly identified, and I say allegedly because no one officially has said this. This is all people basing it off of Facebook and stuff like that. So I'm putting allegedly in front of all these blanket statements that are about to come out my mouth. So don't sit here and be like, I'm just saying this is what's been reported, but nothing's been made official. All right, first off, Joseph Jojo Rosebaum. He is the bald-headed dude in the red shirt. Earlier in the day, he was recorded on video telling armed people to shoot him and throwing around the N-word, which is something that you wouldn't expect a liberal to say, but, you know, whatever. He is a registered sex offender, sex with a minor back in 2002. He was convicted, did 12 years in Arizona. I find this slightly ironic with the whole Save the Kids hashtag that's been going around. Most liberals even find pedophilia to be wrong. I don't know the full circumstances. I doubt anyone fucking knew this to begin with, but the guy is aggressive. likes fighting, and apparently diddling kids. Anthony Hubbard. This is the guy that came up and swung the skateboard at Kyle. Kyle's last name's not Hubbard. I said that earlier. I apologize. I was wrong. Anthony Hubbard, the one that swung the skateboard, has multiple accounts of battery and domestic violence on his record. And he literally swung a skateboard, hitting the kid in the head. Pretty sure that's assault. That strike happened before any of the rounds were fired. This is important because the narrative is being pushed that he is a murderer, which we'll find out once the court case is done. I have my issues with little Mr. Kyle. I don't think he should have been there in the first damn place, and I think that he did a lot of wrong things. But he was attacked first by a skateboard to the fucking head. Any other state, a skateboard to the fucking head could be considered lethal when swung and struck in the head. So he would arguably be able to say self-defense, but he shouldn't have had a gun in the first goddamn place. So he was wrong. He was doing shit illegal to begin with. So that might nullify some of the shit. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Anyways, moving on. Gage Grosskreutz. I'm probably slaughtering his name. He was the medic for the protesters. He had a little hat that said medic on it. He was in several other videos. He is also the guy that got shot in the arm and survived. There are multiple pictures going around of Gage with a pistol in his hand. Let me say that again. A protester, not one of these guys that's protecting the buildings or claiming to protect buildings. A protester brought a firearm and was part of the group attacking a kid with a firearm. Gets better. Mr. Gage is a felon. Multiple burglaries and whatnot, thus making him ineligible to own or carry or possess a firearm. That's a federal law. Nobody in the United States with those kind of felonies are allowed to have firearms. They're not allowed to shoot them at the range under the law. He was carrying. Not only that, he had the pistol concealed in his pants prior to drawing the weapon while attacking this kid. Now, people on the left are saying that this kid chose which laws he was going to obey and which ones he wasn't, and they're not wrong. They really aren't. But, big but, they are ignoring A, that the kid was attacked first before firing. B, he was actually retreating when he got attacked. And C, a felon was in their ranks carrying a weapon, a handgun, that they legally could not carry either. And he concealed it. And he was acting as a medic. In the Geneva Convention, we get our asses handed to us if we were in a conventional war against another country in the Geneva Convention, if medics were carrying weapons. It's a war crime. Now, in Iraq, yes, medics carry weapons because Iraq isn't part of the Geneva Convention. It's weird on its own, but, you know, whatever. So, why are we allowed to bash on this Kyle kid and get all crazy and want to riot some more while saying these three dudes are martyrs when these three dudes went to the protest for what looks like the exact same reason that Kyle was there, for bloodshed. All four of them were there for bloodshed, kind of wishing something would come out so they could justify violence. And, you know, Kyle was illegally carrying a weapon. Gage was illegally carrying a weapon. So let's quit with this whole the right versus left bullshit on here. There are crazies out there that are looking for an excuse to shoot people. Now, defensively, you don't need an excuse to shoot people because you're only using it defensively. These people were looking for an excuse to fucking shoot people. And none of the media outlets that I've been able to track down have been able to tell the full story. They only tell the side that fits their narratives. You know, the Republicans are saying, kid's a fucking hero. He killed a bunch of criminals. And then the liberals are saying, this kid was a criminal. He murdered innocent people. Neither one of those stories are fucking true. Kid went to a protest with a rifle illegally, hoping someone would start shit. These three criminals were in a protest, one of them carrying illegally, hoping that someone would be violent so they could justify kicking their ass, possibly shooting. None of these people are fucking saints, and none of these people are fucking martyrs, and none of these people deserve the accolades either the left or right are giving them. They're all fucking idiots. They all deserve exactly what they got or are getting. Period. So, if you're going to protest anytime soon, be safe, be smart, don't engage in violence unless you absolutely have to, and if at all possible, if you see violence, try and get the hell out of Dodge so you don't get caught up in this shit. Because there are people on both sides that are looking to do nothing more than to be violent, destroy shit, fuck people up. Both sides are guilty. Guilty as fuck on this. So if you are going to protest, be safe, be smart. You can't get your point across when you're 6 feet underground. Stay safe, everyone.